So earlier today we ran to the river and I found an awesome burl log. Definitely one of the coolest pieces of driftwood that I've found so far. These cracks are only on the surface. After you sand it down, you'll see the pretty burl. But I don't know, I've seen a lot of driftwood, just never had a nice burl piece like this. So figured I had to show you. Today I have to go over to the warehouse and I'm gonna try to organize it and look for some eBay stuff. But it was my lucky find of the day. I have no clue what type of wood it is, but it's just cool. I don't know if it goes on the other side. Yeah, it does. But definitely will, I mean, I could just see it for a ton of different things. It looks like it's a little red. Like, see the redness coming through right there. But hopefully we come up with a good project for that. How's everybody doing today? I'm at the warehouse. My plan is to organize it a little bit. It's definitely been a while since I went through any of these boxes to see if I could find anything that is sellable for at least online. Did the sea glass the other day. I do have to organize the hangers, just so they're not taking up so much room. There's I got, I don't know, a whole section here of stuff I haven't really seen in a little bit. It's definitely a kind of a mess because I was going thinking that they were going to I don't know, shut everything down, but it doesn't seem like that. It seems like this is a good place to be social distance. You know, there's nobody who comes here. And that's what they seem to be asking for. It's not like I'm trying to sell stuff out of the warehouse. I have thought about listing stuff on Craigslist. Not Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Just because I have so much gardening items in here, and it just doesn't make sense. I guess I could always leave it at the end of the driveway, have them pick it up, pay by PayPal or something like that. Then I wouldn't have to see anybody. I might do that just because I literally have the whole back of the warehouse full of gardening stuff that I was going to run my my setup online estate sale type thing out of, and like all the things like this, the concrete planters, bring $20-30 on those sites. I have all this lawn furniture, but the whole back section of the warehouse is nothing but gardening stuff. I can show you guys that another day. I don't know if we'll be out of the woods with this until, I don't know, the spring garden rush is done. So definitely will be interesting to see what happens. There's a couple different types. I didn't want to mess with them when I first picked them up. There's a lot of different things you can make with hangers. That was the main reason I pulled these from the trash the other day. I don't think I've seen a nice colored variety of them in a long while. If anybody's been making anything pretty great in crafts, send me a picture on Instagram, BlueBusDave Instagram. I'd be excited to see it. There's I've been using most of my craft time in the garden recently, so definitely have a lot of projects to start working on. I think we'll stick everything in this little scrap tub. Espanol edition of Scrabble. I think that works. Not going to be all over whenever I need one. Haven't had time to sit down and do my puzzles yet. I know hopefully this week I get to start my first puzzle. Definitely have been keeping myself busy. Hopefully everybody has something to do during the day, even if it's just organizing or reorganizing. There's only so much TV you can watch. I've definitely been watching way too much of the news recently. Almost have like a post-traumatic stress from the news, but have been staying away from people for being safe. It's definitely harder to do than you'd think. For everybody who works full-time, I guess this is what retirement feels like, except for you don't get to see anybody. I like that blue one. Everybody's like, oh, why the hell is he playing with these coat hangers? Otherwise it's just going to stay a mess. Now I can just pull one out when I need it. They're not too tangled. It worked out good. It's one of the trash picks a little bit ago. Where I really wanted to get to was like this the apples box. I think what we're going to do is move this stuff over here. Boom, boom. I bet, like, see this this lawnmower with the lithium battery, electric lawnmower. I bet that would have sold real fast this time of year. Everybody's just starting to cut the grass. There's so much stuff. I don't know what this is. Feels like one of those silver plates, but oh, it's the files. This is all that stuff I went through the other day, so I know what that is. Those were the feet I pulled out of the trash a while ago. They didn't get a fair shake at the flea market yet, though. I always like to bring things at least once or twice before I send it to the next part of its journey. Normally that's an auction or something, but these dominoes would sell. Seem like they're pretty easy to ship. Should have a little garbage bag to put the things that I'm not going to keep. I feel like the old pencil box. There's a bunch of those older toys too from that. My buddy could use the lobster for his nautical collection. I think it's an old GoBot. That's pretty cool. It's a lighter. I don't see where maybe you add the lighter fluid in from there. It's cool. This is all stuff I had at the flea market that didn't sell for one reason or another. I don't know what these are. Basketball cards. I don't even know what year they are. Looks like 1991. Like how the mud wasp at one time made its nest in there. Those are definitely sellable. I think that's mostly junk for the market. Temperature, it's like a barometer too. Sometimes those do well. Lennox vase. Alright, let's see what this is. Oh, I remember these. These are all garden flags. Tablecloth, but all different garden flags. I bet that would that might do something for somebody, but I don't know if I would list it online. I see something. A spittoon. No, it's got a weighted base. Some springs. First little bag of jewelry. Now this is remember this Duff beer can. This is from the truck a while ago. I think one of the days I was cleaning it out. I think the Duff can probably go on my those are pretty beat, but they're nice glass beads to cut off. One small bag of jewelry. This has some, this looks like a flea market shopping trip. We'll go through that in a second. Snaps. That's kind of cool. think that's probably a good eBay thing for somebody for crafts. Some of the old garden tools that I bought. This is a spear for the top of a flag. Really like that one. Pretty sure I'm just going to put this in the scrap, but maybe I'll try it at the flea market one time. Don't live that far away from Hamilton. Always could use tape measure. The cake mold. Haven't baked anybody that cake yet. A bunch of little bottles for Gabby. Wheatons. I think most of this other stuff can all go to the flea market. A good Victorian doorknob. Just trying to see if the paint will come off of it. Nice trivet for iron. I like that it has the W and the hearts. You can see the one heart this way and the other heart that way. I bet that would sell. Thought it was a piece of Lennox. Nice brass garden nozzle. I'm going to keep these rakes aside for when I go work in the garden this year. Could always use a good pair of needle nose too. Alright, I think the rest of this is good for the flea market. It's like a weird carved elephant. Alright, let's see what was in this bag here. Let's see, do I have like a little tray I can pour all this into? That will work. Pour this one out too. Every once in a while I'll forget to unpack one of the bags, and sometimes there's some pretty good stuff. I see some fun things already. I guess I'll put all the eBay things in this. Here's a Darth Vader Lego cape, or maybe Harry Potter. These are all Victorian gas lamp shutoffs. I think they'll sell decent, but I like the ring ones. There's actually 4 of those. Might try listing those 4. Little folk art carved owl. I think I'm going to put this is a lead dinosaur. It's kind of fun. I think they made it out of one of those little plastic dinosaur creatures. Nice band for putting in the gold recovery pile. It's kind of a dangly pin. Good enamel flower. Now this is a piece of Larimar. It's a Larimar ring. I think that actually might do decent. The Larimar's been selling pretty well on eBay. It does have that real nice sky blue. almost with the white clouds in it. I think it's like one of the only other things kind of like a turquoise that gives it that has that color in the gemstones. This is a sterling Siam bracelet. It's not a bad bag. Little dangly skeleton. He's kind of fun too. Old peacock. It's gonna go in jewelry to be fixed. Another dinosaur pin. I like this one. Oh, good old hippie necklace. It says peace. It's got a nice copper chain. I think that actually might sell for decent money. Another sterling ring. I have a whole jar of sterling rings. Here's a sterling class ring. And another one. Walters. Robert Walters. Cool. Little Damascene banjo pin. Actually a pretty good bag. These cufflinks are kind of rough. Put them with the craft jewelry. It was a nice butterfly. It just has one little chip in the enamel. I see something fun. Here's a nice watch chain. Pocket watch chain. Back in the day. Wire wrap piece of jade. That can go in the craft jewelry. It's kind of like an abstract-y little pin, but it's got 2 real stones in it. That might do okay online. Two decent necklaces. I think I'm going to give these to Gabby to sell. They're nice from 1970s. Is that sterling? Sure looks like it's silver. This is a real nice handmade silver chain. I'm just looking to see if it has a, yep, well, the clasp is marked sterling right there, but it's just a really nice chain. On this bracelet is sterling and copper. It's marked something, I just can't read it. Oh, Mexican. That's pretty cool. That's definitely a good little bag for, or good little lot for eBay. I don't know if I have any other boxes like that, but we'll have to look. I wonder what this is. Now it's all the little drafting stuff from the tool lot. Black ink and stuff. Alright, let's try to get over here. I wanted to get to that box. I'm going to put it up on here so that way I can look through it. Saw. Little Chinese like storybook ink. I don't think it's printed. There's the chop marks. I have 2 of them. all the people are doing like little animal, or all the people are actually animals. There's a monkey. I like how they have the frog and the rabbits. It looks like I'm not sure what that is. Like, I was going to drop that off at auction. I didn't know if it would do well or not. I got it from a decent house. Nice quilt. Dun, dun. These were the boxes I wanted to see because I hadn't seen these in forever. Just telephones, nothing special on that. Used to scrap those. Oh, the ones that I didn't sell at the flea market. Router bit. I think this is more router bits. Probably, oh, it's like soldering tools. Soldering and saw blades. Don't know what's in that though. Oh, it's a lock, old lock. Good whetstones. Pair of scissors. I think that might be. Could actually use that for the garden. Might be all the stuff that I thought was interesting in there. I do have a person who buys all the old college yearbooks. I don't get a ton for them, but it's better than having to ship them. First day stamp covers, they're not the best. I wonder what the birds are. Maybe a stamp. Topographical maps. Nope, not for me. Definitely have a lot of stuff. Old books. I know what this one is. Oh, it's an old college yearbook. Probably from the 20s. Let's see if we can find a date. Actually, remember where I got this one from. I got 2 paintings out of this estate sale, and the one I sold at the flea market for $100 at the end of the day, and it ended up I guess the guy made 5 figures on it. It was pretty impressive. I messed up and the estate sale company messed up. I don't see a year. Must be on that page right here. Just has a piece of wax paper over it that does not want to come up. Maybe, there we go. 1926. Wellesley College. That's pretty cool. Looks like it's a ladies' college. All right. I think that's it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm gonna finish putting all this away, and looks like the rain has stopped, so I'm gonna go back and work on the garden. All right, if you haven't yet, give somebody a call, and everybody be safe. See everybody later. Peace. Gonna get all this stuff up on eBay that I picked out before, the jewelry and everything. So these little star flowers have finally started to come up in the yard. I don't remember the name of these. I definitely should look them up, but they are very, very pretty. Always reminds me of spring. Just figured I'd show you guys. Please be safe out there.